My name is Niema Golphin. I never thought that I would be a speaker, but I wrote a book for teens called Discovering Your Greatness Now. In promoting this book, people started requesting me to come speak to their youth about greatness and how to tap into it. One of the things that I think about before I talk to young people, I say, I want to tell them something that I wish somebody would have told me in 12th grade, because everybody in here is in 12th grade, right? Okay. So one of the things that they did not tell me when I was in 12th grade, that it takes blood, sweat, and tears to get to where you want to go. Even people are like, oh, you can do whatever it is you put your mind to do. You can do anything you want to do. But then they leave out that follow-up. If you really want to do it, when you step into the real world, you're going to be tested. Your endurance is going to be tested. Your faith in yourself is going to be tested. Everything that you knew prior, when you was living at home and life was comfortable, will be tested. I discovered my greatness through my struggle and my story. I went from poverty to witnessing the murder of my mother and surviving it, to moving from Philadelphia to California for college with the hopes of running track. I went from being the slowest person on the team to being a 4-time national champion in 4 years. And now I own my own business.
Today we are having our very first College Expo 2012. And we are featuring about 30 colleges, universities, and military programs, and some special guest speakers. Today, we also have a special guest, Niema Golphin, and the reason why we have her here with us today is because of the investment and the interest that she has in the success of our young people. We are delighted to have her with us. She is a wonderful author who has written a book that we utilize as a tool in working with our young people, helping them through their lives, through coping, and through understanding what it means to develop goals beyond high school. So we are very happy to have her here with us today. And my first day of practice, I was the slowest runner at practice. So you guys can imagine, I have these big goals, these big dreams. Who am I? Who do I want to be? I want to be a national champion. And I get to track practice and I realize you're slower than the farmers. Y'all know what a farmer is? The ones that do shot with. A little thicker, right? I'm slower than them. So in terms of training, my peers were way far more developed than I was. So there was a moment, a breakdown for me. I said, I came all the way out here, I had my dreams on this. I realized that I'm the slowest person on the team. What am I going to do about it? I called my grandma, I'm like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm coming home. Like, it's going to be too much for me to, whatever the training that I have to do in these next 2 years is going to be too much. So she was like, you did not leave Philadelphia to go out to come back and nothing. That's not what you had your eyes set on. You set yourself up to do something different. So whatever it is you have to do, if you have to do 2-a-day practices, if you have to start eating a little differently, whatever it is that you have to do, you need to figure that out. So I sat down with my coach, and that's exactly what I did. So what that turned into instead of me coming and enjoying my family for vacations, I had to stay in school and practice. I didn't, have fun in summer times. I stayed in school and I practiced. And I did 2-a-day practices. So when everybody else was getting up and practice 8 in the morning, I was getting up at 6 in the morning. So there was things that I had to sacrifice in order to get to where I want to go. So when you guys are thinking about developing yourself as a person, leaving behind negative energy, leaving behind things that you don't want to carry with you in terms of your legacy, there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into that.
Hi, my name is Brendan Jobs. I work at Girls High in Philadelphia. I'm a history teacher there, and I also head up the National Honor Society. Ms. Golphin came and talked with us, the National Honor Society, for I think a good hour after school one day to talk about her book, Discovering Your Greatness, and to talk about her story with us. And that whole hour, that whole afternoon, the energy that she brought to the students and the thoughtfulness that she brought to the students about her life experience impacted them greatly. You could tell. I mean, they were rapt, and I mean, especially after school, it's not easy to get the kids to focus that pointedly on anything, but they were focused on her because she was offering them some really good advice about how to consider the next steps that they're taking in their journey to college, to and through college. She talked about her challenges. She fielded questions that they had about what challenges they might encounter, and it was, especially for that group of kids, the National Honor Society, it was just a great way to start off the year and hugely impactful.
It was during my first couple of speaking engagements when I started to notice that my story about my struggle was connecting with the crowds. When I speak to young people, I just have genuine conversations about my own struggle and how I motivated myself to change the legacy of my family.
Niema was great. I mean, like, she was really inspirational. She told her story. She was honest. She said, you know, up front, life is hard. Sometimes it's going to happen. But, you know, if you make the best of it, like, if you roll with the punch and you have a support group, or able to support yourself and stay strong, and the idea that you can do what you want to do, that you really can make it. So she's inspirational to me because I know what I go through with my life, like, it's going to be hard, it's not going to be easy, but I mean, I can do it, I can push through, I can make it, I can set my goals and I can achieve them, and I know that there are people that I can work with and go to. It's just like a really good reminder. So I know I really enjoyed her, talking to some of my friends, like, they all thought that she was like wonderful. So
my goal is to inspire people to find the strength they need within themselves and tap into that greatness to be the person that they desire to be. We have the tools within us. Sometimes we need help finding them.